Alright guys, we wanted to get together and go through the feedback results. So Maddie has been kind enough to facilitate this, so we're going to go through high level the feedback that you guys provided and try to provide some responsible answers for you guys.
Right. So we had 45 respondents for this survey, and overall Future scored 96% out of the possible 100. And that's based on 4 categories: facility, community, coaching, and programming. So we'll go through each of those one by one. So first up is facilities, 100% on this. It seems overall members are pretty happy with the facility. Kyle, can you kind of give us what has been going on behind the scenes to ensure that the facility remains first class?
Well, for both facilities, we developed a whiteboard checklist for each of the members that are cleaning, so they can double check themselves and make sure that we hit every corner of the gym every night. For the most part, we do a great job. It's their gym too, and they're pretty proud of how they clean. And we're also keeping on top of making sure all our supplies are up, so they have what they need to do a top-notch job, and they do a great job at everything they do.
Yeah. Okay, and some opportunities for improvement. So there's some minor housekeeping things that were called out, specifically slam balls, roof leaks, and the computer mouse. Is there any line of sight to fixing some of these things?
The mouse is something minor we could take care of pretty quickly. Roof leaks, Jess Howard is taking care of. Once the weather breaks and the roof dry, they will address that. As for the slam balls, Mark and I have been doing some work with the slam balls, pumping them up, dealing with Rogue, and I have a feeling that that situation will be rectified here shortly soon.
Yeah, personally we just need to get quicker on the turns when the equipment needs serviced. It falls on me, and like Kyle said, getting the response time from Rogue to improve it. They support us. We just got to do a better job turning that within a week or so.
Good. Any other comments on facilities? All right. We'll move on to community. So 98% of the participants believe that the Future community is first class and supports their fitness goals. So overall, good vibes from the community, being supportive, encouraging, and engaged, especially with the turn of Mark full-time. One area of opportunity for growth still seems to be a gap of supporting personal goals, even though this might vary from the day-to-day programming. So what programs exist that can help support more specific individual goals?
Alright, so we've done a couple things for those that participate in the goal setting session. That was really the first step to try to get to know the athletes better. And we probably had 55 people participate in that, and that's just really to drive accountability. I need to share that with our training staff to make sure that we've connected there. And then I think the other key piece to that is we totally revamped all of our open gyms to have a personality and a purpose now. So there's a cardio class on Saturday morning. There is a gymnastics skills class on Sunday morning after endurance, and then there's a strength class on Sunday afternoon. So those are all branded according to, or purposed according to those 3 tiers in CrossFit. And then we just started the BTY weightlifting program as well. So I think we've got that pretty well canvassed. So, reflect a little bit on what our personal goals are and keep driving in those areas. If you need help, connect with the trainer and they'll try to do the same, for you as well. So.
Okay. All right, we'll move on to coaching. So 98% believe that the Future coaching staff delivers a first-class, consistent, compassionate, and organized method for improving their fitness. So recently, people feel that the coaching staff is more engaged and is aligned together in regards to the programming. So Mike, can you explain what has been going on behind the scenes to make this happen?
Yeah, all the coaches every night before they come in the morning or the afternoon or nighttime to coach you guys is learning up on a huge library of information on coaching the movements, flow of class, modifications, and they're not only learning, but they're passing that knowledge to you guys. We've been working on a lot of forms of communication so we can throw ideas off of each other. One of us needs advice on how to coach a movement, we're right there for each other. Any of the coaches have any questions, they can ask me or Sean. We have direct conversations with him about the programming. Everybody's doing a good job. We got a good agreement form going, and everyone knows what they're supposed to do, and keep on top of it.
Awesome. And special kudos to you, Mike. I know a couple people gave you kudos on your coaching, especially because you focus on the quality of movements. And you also are pretty inventive in the ways that you teach more of the complex skills, and you really seem to have a passion for coaching. So kudos to you there. Some opportunities, however. So with larger class sizes, we know that there are varying levels of experience within that. So how do you make sure that those less experienced athletes get the scaling options and movements explanations that they need, while also making sure that the more experienced athletes are not just waiting around?
We are on top of that, and we've had a few talks about that. When it comes to the workout, we're going to try and get together as coaches and make sure that we come up with a time that's proper in class to pull some of the newer athletes aside and give them advice on what they're going to do for the workout. I mean, most of you members come to the same classes and see the same coaches daily, so we should have a good feel for what you need and what you're going to be able to do in the workout. So that can improve. And then also sometimes when we have the skill time for 10 minutes to work on handstand push-ups, me and Sean are going to get together and some of the coaches, and we're going to come up with ideas to maybe fill up that time for some of you advanced people. But also, a lot of the times that we have with that, it's also a good time to refine your skills, especially rope climbs, working on getting the proper foot placement on the rope, learning how to fully extend those arms when we get up there to get the full pull, and squeezing our feet up to the top. All right, so we're going to work on everything for you guys and try to give you the best that we can.
Good. Awesome. And then last part of that survey was rating each coach on specific attributes. What will you be doing with that information to help improve the coaching staff moving forward?
I'm going to get to take a look at that information, and I should be able to meet with all the coaches. I have direct contact with all of them, so I should be able to take that information and we can help improve or tell them what they're doing well and help them run with that. Okay.
Awesome. All right. Last but not least, programming. So 89% of participants believe that the future programming is first class, challenging, creative, and supports their fitness goals. So before we get started and go into some of the feedback, can you maybe explain the rationale behind the change to NC Fit?
One of the big things and the big reasons why we switched was to put more of an emphasis on coaching. The programming that we had before was a lot of go, nonstop, very high volume, which is what we were used to. However, we wanted to put an emphasis on coaching with having some professionals that I'm working with who are based out of California, collaborate on a program to do so. This is also, I feel, with the programming, going to reduce injury and allow you to be able to come into the gym more as compared to the old programming. The number one thing for me was the emphasis on coaching and getting the most out of the program, and not emphasizing enough that more is not better. Doing more does not make you better at CrossFit, or it doesn't make you fitter. But doing better movements, better quality, getting better coached is going to make you better.
There still seems to be this desire to make the class a full hour of challenge because the overall hour seems to be light. I know you already kind of talked about this. But any other
So, and with your hour is, the old Wattify looked pretty full. You could tell it was a straight hour because of all the stuff that I would put in. And the new way of it doesn't look full, but there's some behind the scenes stuff that you guys don't know. It is a full hour. It is set up from starting at the board all the way to picking up your equipment. So there is a timeline that the coaches follow. So it is a full hour. All the stuff that you see in the programming that I put in there, it says optional or extra, that if it says optional, it's outside the 60-minute timeline. So it is a full 1 hour class, just because you're not, you know, gasping for air for 60 straight minutes doesn't mean you're not getting a good workout in, okay? So it is a full hour of class.
Always be ready for a little surprise.
Yeah.
Coaches have a surprise a lot.
Good. Okay. So some days I know there's skill work programmed in, which is part of that more challenging gymnastics movements, it seems. So there's two different opinions on this, right? Sometimes those that might not have mastered the skills want to work more on this, while on the flip side, those have mastered the skills feel that there's too much time working on these skills. So what is the best way to make sure that both sides are meeting their needs during this skill work time? That skill.
Well, we've all been in different spots. You know, the people that have mastered the skill have been the person that has not mastered the skill, and there's probably other, felt the same way about them. And like Mike already touched on, there's time for you to hone your skill, whether it's handstand push-ups, and there's time committed to that. Let's start working some depth or parallettes or deficit. There's always a way to improve on your skill. The best of the best still do it. And as far as the high level skills, it's a big part of CrossFit. I mean, that's what we're going to do. So it's gymnastics. And that is a focus over these 2 months in January and February is the gymnastics skills. So,
And then last thing is, there's a desire to have more focus on weightlifting cycles and maybe bringing back the Saturday partner workouts. Any comments there?
Yeah, I mean, there's strength cycles. I mean, actually, we're kind of doing some cycles right now. They're just not ones that are recognized. But then again, the whole course of the year is laid out as the professionals have done. I can tell you the next 2 months we're focusing on the barbell. I don't know what that entails fully yet. We are doing some odd object cycling as well. As far as partner workouts on Saturdays, I know since we've started this new program, there's been 2 Saturdays that have not had partner workouts. However, I have already deemed Saturdays are just off limits with whatever programming gets pushed to me that I work with them on. I do understand that what Saturday is and what it means, and it's more of a community-based type workout with partner workouts, and that is high on my priority list.
Awesome. That is what I wanted to ask you guys today from the feedback for the survey, so I appreciate your time. Is there anything else you want to say in closing?
No, I mean, thanks to everybody. I think getting more than 25% of our members contributing to this has been awesome. And we're going to keep working hard. Doesn't mean just because this first one's done that we're stopping this. So we're going to revisit this back again in August. And then we're going to take all the emails that were sent in as a part of this survey, and we're going to draw one at random. So if you participate in this survey, we will be picking a free month membership, and we'll do that again in August. So thanks to everybody for your time.
Okay.